Well, good morning, friends and family. This is Wander, and today is day 77 on my Appalachian Trail journey. We're here at Pinnacle Picnic Area. Pinnacle something picnic area. And that's where I got off trail a couple days ago right there, and Brother John has dropped me off here. I've got a almost 20-mile day today. I think we're going to try to squeeze in some extra miles. It's a sunny day, and try to knock some miles off tomorrow's day that's going to be rainy. So that's my path right now. Sun is just coming up. It is 6:14 as I speak. So let me get going, and we'll see Brother John later on. He's gonna come and meet me partway on down the trail and supply me with water and do some mini flips as we get going. So let's keep going and see what the day brings. Should be sunny, mostly sunny today, and so we should get some good views. Looking forward to it. Just give you a quick look around here. We are just past Pinnacle Gap Overlook or something like that. Quick look through the trees. Sun's coming up. Okay, here's maybe a little better view. So I just came up on this rocky outcropping here. Let's come to the edge and see what we can see. All right. A dead cat came disconnected. Now it's connected. Quite a view out there. Big drop down there. All right, let's keep going. So right down there is Bird's Nest Hut. That's what they call shelters in the Shenandoahs. I hear voices down there, so I won't record when I get there. Should be passing that way. They're fairly close anyhow. All right, there's one of my friends. Off she goes. She didn't stick around and say hi. Okay, another quick scenic view. Pretty much the same as last one, but thought I'd show it again. All right, let's see. The trail kind of made a Y here. Make sure yeah, there's a white blaze. So. All right, I'm going the right way. Trail should be fairly easy today, even though it's long. One of the climbs at the end, we're going to do a mini flip-flop, so I can go down instead of up, and then it'll be down till the end. That'll save some wear and tear on the body. You know, sometimes I come across these rock formations that I find interesting. And so here's one. Pretty big. And we get to go through this formation. These rocks. So here's a sign. Camp prohibited on this point. Camp prohibited above 3,400 feet on Mary's Rock Summit. So I guess I just passed Mary's Rock Summit. I did not go up there. Other than that, the trail took me by it. So I didn't see any place to camp there anyhow. So it'd have to be a die-hard camper to try to find a spot up there, but it's prohibited. So anyhow, keep going down this rocky trail. Just a quick view. This is I guess it'd be the east side of this ridge I've been walking on this morning. Now here's an interesting tree. Not that tall, but it's got this leg comes off it and goes down. So this little car just passed me, and probably can't see him now, but all right. I'll get a view of these. One more, bringing up the rear. The trail beckons this way. Yeah, there you go. All right, got some climbing to do. So here is the signpost for the Pass Mountain Hut, which is 0.2 miles down that way. And it says Appalachian Trail this way. You can see the blue blaze there for the hut. I got about 16.5 miles in today so far. I think I'm gonna clock in right about 20 when I'm done. So another 13.5 to go. It is just after 9 o'clock. But on the trail, not quite 3 hours. Just some views as we're going through this forest. You know, sometimes it's pretty nice just being in here, the deep woods and green canopy overhead and sun filtering through every now and then. Sorry for the sniffles. Just walking through this section of forest, and you can tell by some of the trees that there was a forest fire here sometime. And sometime past, I don't know how long ago. A lot of green growing, so it's probably been a while, but it leaves a certain look to the trees that are kind of, I don't know how to describe it, bare. A lot of the green stuff is gone off them, hasn't come back yet. So I'm guessing a lot of these trees are just dead, still standing, but dead from this forest fire. Yeah, so it's a different look. So as I'm wandering through the woods here, I thought I'd tell you what the plan is for the rest of the day. I've got over 11 miles in right now. I'm gonna be doing 20 total, so I've got 8 3/4 to go, thereabouts. In about less than 2.5 miles, I will be at Elk Wallow Wayside, and Brother John is going to pick me up, and then he's going to take me forward to Hogback Mountain, or Hogback Gap, or Hogback something or other, and he's going to drop me off there. Now I'm going to hike south back to Elk Wallow Gap, or Elk Wallow Wayside. He will then pick me up again and take me back up to Hogback, at which point I will turn around and go north and hike north down to Gravel Springs Gap, at which point he'll pick me up, and that will be my 20 miles for the day. So the flip-flopping around is so that I can take advantage of the downhill slopes going to those points. I find it easier going downhill than up, and a wee bit faster. So since I got trying to squeeze in 20, I want to do it as easy and fast as possible. That'll take some miles off tomorrow's hike, which is supposed to be wet with thunderstorms. So the least amount of time I can be out there, the better. This is what the trail's been like most of the day, just forest. Very few things to see. I didn't mention that Brother John met me back there at Bemis Gap, or Beams Gap, and refilled my water for me. He had forgot where we're supposed to meet at, so he just thought, nah, trail crosses here, I'll meet him here. Okay, just come out on this little side trail. Let you see some distant stuff. All right. Matthews Arm, 1,200 feet right. Rattlesnake Point Overlook. That's right up there. Me, I'm just crossing the road. So Brother John just dropped me off at Hogback Overlook, where he had earlier, and I did a southbound trek back to Elk Wallow. Now he's right there fixing to pull out, and he's heading north, as am I, headed toward Gravel Springs Gap. All right, 3.4 miles to go, and I'll bring you along with me and show you anything we find on the way. Well, here's an overlook, overlooking an overlook. Just another look off this direction. So I just found this overlook or outcropping. Thought you might enjoy seeing this. Well, just thought I'd bring you back. We got maybe a half mile left to go today. And like I said earlier, it'll be a 20-mile day. And okay, the phone shut off, don't know why. So let's try this again. Where was I? So I just want to bring you back, and
distance 0.25.
And so this has been a 20-mile day, and we'll have done it in a little over 8, maybe 8.5 hours, which is pretty good time. And also, I did it in brand new boots. So these are my Solomon's mid-height Gore-Tex. I forget the model number, but this is my third pair. My first pair was ones that I had before I started, and I'd already put a lot of miles on those prior to beginning the trail, and so they gave up the ghost around the 200-mile mark when I was coming into Newfound Gap in the Smokies. So when I left Newfound Gap, I had my new ones on, and that was at mile marker 208, I think. So the previous ones I had that I threw away yesterday took me over 930 miles mark, so over 700 miles on them, and they held up pretty good. the tread was getting kind of rounded on the bottom, and they had cracks in the side, holes in the sides of one of the shoes, so they were no longer waterproof. So these ones here are brand new, but doesn't seem to require any kind of break-in. They fit fine, they're working good, and same size I've been using, so my feet haven't swollen any where I need to go to a larger shoe like some people do, or I've heard tell. So as long as they keep working for me, I'll keep using them. Let you see what's coming up down the trail, and just basically just more of the same I've had all day. All right, I've passed the 20-mile mark on my watch tracks how far I've gone, but it's not always that accurate, so I should be coming up with the next 2/10 of a mile or so to the end of my day. So maybe I'll see Brother John here, I don't know, but maybe this will be it. We'll see. We'll see if I bring you back or not before the end of the day. All right, toodaloo.